This week we are going to talk about verb tenses. Okay, we are going to review what past, present, and future tense mean and how our verbs will change depending on what tense they are. So this is going to be a review from your second grade grammar, and we'll use it to refresh our memories to get us started for this week. There are three tenses of verbs: past, present, or future. Remember, the past is something that already happened, present is happening right now, and future is something that will happen, but it hasn't happened yet because it's in the future. Most past tense verbs end in ed, but there are several rules to use while changing the present to past tense. Past tense verbs tell the action that has already happened. Some words change spelling to show past tense. For example, beg. So like today, you beg. Yesterday, you begged. And you can see this word had to change by doubling the consonant at the end of the word. So instead of one G, it's now two Gs. Today, you feed the chickens. Yesterday, you fed the chickens. So for this to be past tense, they took away one of the E's. Today, you will run a mile. Yesterday, you ran a mile. So the spelling on that one changes completely. Today, your plant will grow 1 inch. Yesterday, your plant grew 2 inches. So when this changed to past tense, the vowel in the middle changed to E. Today, you like tomatoes. Yesterday, you liked peppers. And this one, we just added ed on the end. Today, they're going to play dominoes. Yesterday, they played checkers. That also has an ed on the end. Present tense verbs. Actions that happen now or today. Some present tense verbs have ing, s, or es on the end of them. Clue words would be now or today. Example: stays, flies, floats, plays, juggles, jogs, hikes, fusses, runs, drives, dresses, carries. All of these forms of verbs you could use in a sentence talking about something that's happening right now or something that's going to happen today. Future tense verbs. Many verbs have the helping verb will in front of them to show they will be happening. Okay, we will be talking about helping verbs soon. But to give you a preview, will is a helping verb, okay? And it's helping out the verb to show us when it will happen. Clue words to look for are tomorrow, someday, next time, or next week. Hang on. There, I don't know why it skipped ahead. Because future tense means it's going to happen in the future. Will play, will have, will lead, will eat, will be happy. Be is also a helping verb. Will like. So all of these forms of these verbs can be used in sentences to show future tense, things that are talking about things that will happen in the future. From present to past. There are 5 ways to change a verb from present tense to past tense. Just add ed, like from play to played. Double the final consonant and add ed, like beg to begged. Drop the final e and add ed. Change the y to I and add ed. Change the spelling entirely. We did this when we changed a singular noun to a plural noun and with verb agreement 2. Just add ed. Most verbs can change from the present tense to the past tense by just adding ed. Today, I walk home. Yesterday, I walked home. Did it rain today? It rained yesterday. Doubling the final consonant. When a present tense verb ends with one vowel and one consonant, double the final consonant and add ed to make the verb change to past tense. Drop the ball. He dropped the ball. This word ends in a vowel, one vowel, and one consonant. So that means when you add ed, you have to double the final consonant. Hop on one foot. Vowel, consonant. She hopped on one foot. Doubled the consonant. Dropping the final e. When a present tense verb ends with a sneaky or silent e, drop the e and add ed to make the verb change to past tense. Skate with me. We skated together. If it's easier for you to remember that if the word ends in e, you just add the d, then that's fine as well. I like to shop. I liked shopping with you. Changing y to I. When a present tense verb ends with a y, change the y to I and add ed to make the verb change to past tense. Just like when we're doing plurals, we change the y to I and add es, but when we're doing present tense to past tense, we are going to change the y to I and add ed. Will you help me carry the groceries? We carried them to the kitchen. I changed the y to the I and added ed. Eric asked me to marry him on New Year's Day. We got married on August 2nd, 1997. Changing the spelling. Sometimes a present tense verb changes its entire spelling to make the verb change to past tense. If it helps, say, yesterday I blank, to help find the right word to use in the past tense. We eat lunch at 11:30. We ate lunch at 11:30 yesterday. Now, let me put this in a different way to help you understand what they mean by using these tips up here. Today, we eat lunch at 11:30. Yesterday, we ate lunch at 11:30. If you put today, yesterday, and tomorrow at the beginning of your phrases, it will help you determine which verb tense form sounds appropriate. Stand straight in the line. We stood straight in line. Stand changes to stood for past tense. All right, now it's your turn. How can you make these present tense verbs past tense verbs? Like, today I like tomatoes. Tomorrow or yesterday I liked pickles. Like ends in an E. Now you know you're going to drop the E and change it to ED, or you can just say that you add the D on the end. So it should be liked. Take. Take also ends in an E. But would we say yesterday I taked out the trash? No. Taked looks like it might be the right thing, but you need to try it in a sentence to see if it works. Yesterday I taked out the trash. That does not sound correct. Taked is not a word, but took is a word. Yesterday, I took out the trash. Now, if you see EED like this, that's not going to happen. So you know you can automatically eliminate these from your choices. Try some more. Bury. Remember your Y clue. It's very similar to the Y clue for plurals. Change the Y to I and add ED. Change the Y to I and add ED. Okay, yesterday we buried him in the sand. Mop. Mop ends in a vowel and a consonant. Let's see if you remember what the rule is. When a verb ends in a one vowel and one consonant, the rule is that you double the consonant at the end. So yesterday I mopped the floor. This is the correct form. This word is actually moped. And this one has the two E's, which I told you can completely ignore that because that's not going to happen. Go. Today I go to school. Yesterday I go to school. No. Yesterday I gone to school. No. Yesterday I went to school. Yes. Go is a verb that changes completely to a new word. Went. So the past tense of go is went. Future tense. The future has not yet happened, but we know it will. That's a clue right there. Add will to the present tense verb to make the future tense. Present. Today I go. Past. Yesterday I went. Future. Tomorrow I will go. Adding ing to a present tense verb. All the rules used for changing the present tense verb to a past tense verb can also be used when adding ing to the verb, except for changing the spelling, and do not drop the y when adding ing. Okay, look at this chart. The present tense verb is carry. Today I carry a bag. Past tense. Yesterday I carried her bag. And then another present tense with ing is today I am carrying her bag. Here's another example. Eat. Past tense does not use ed. It changes to ate. But then if you do present tense again with ing, it's eating. Today I am eating lunch at 11:30. Yesterday I ate lunch at 11:30. Walk, walked, walking. Like, liked, liking. Drop, dropped, dropping. Notice for these two, because drop ends in one vowel and one consonant, the last consonant is doubled on both of these two.